Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, September 16th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candle that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So ticker symbol number one, TSLL. Big mover today, a lot of volume, and got to think a lot of people will be watching this moving forward. And we have ourselves a good solid pattern here. So let's draw this pattern into place. So the top part of the pattern is this resistance area here, just demonstrating that there has been a pullback today. So I should note that if you're some sort of day trader, flipper, scalper, or whatever you want to call yourself, and you bought right there and your plan was to buy and sell within 10 minutes, well, from that standpoint, sure, the chart's looking pretty rough. But assuming you care about things from the bigger picture, even with the pullback here, as I'm going to show, the overall chart is still doing just fine. And then on the flip side of that, like I said, we have this pullback here. So let me just illustrate kind of the bottom part of it right there, green for support. And then to make the overall pattern easier to see, let's keep it the same color. So we have our area of resistance. We have an area of support. We have the nice upwards move right here. And this is what I would call a bull flag pattern. Now, just because something's bullish does not mean for sure guaranteed it's going to make a move upwards. But is it valid? Is it plausible to think that if the price consolidates out, comes up here and breaks through there, that break could create additional buying pressure? Absolutely. So again, guaranteed? No, but is that a valid possibility? Absolutely. So if you like bull flag patterns, then certainly keep an eye on TSLL. Next one here, OPEN. Been tracking this one on a very routine basis. Remains very popular out there. And a couple ways you can look at it. So the first thing that I'm not going to touch is this lower area of support that I talked about in previous videos, right down here around the $8.60 mark. But the other area that you could completely leave in play is this red line here at 965. Again, right here at 965. And the reason why I say that is because it is still completely in play. You can see the price broke above it, and then as soon as it fell back below it, you can see right there, that area went right back to acting as resistance. Now, I'm going to delete that line out there. Again, if you want to keep an eye on it, that is perfectly fine. But the dynamic here that I'm a little bit more interested in at this point, now that we have more data, is that trend line right there. Again, no guarantees, but in my opinion, a lot of people are watching that level, and when a lot of people are watching the same levels and wondering the same thing, self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some dynamic movement. So I'm not saying that this will for sure occur, but if the price were to come up that area and break through it, I could see that being a very plausible question out there of, okay, a breakthrough there, I could see that creating more upside buying pressure. So if you're somebody that likes to play more so breakouts, then like I said, I got to think a lot of people have drawn that trend line right there. Next one here, ATCH, and overall, good solid pattern. Now, earlier we talked about a bull flag pattern. This one's going to be a little bit different. Psychology is essentially the same though, so you don't want to get too far, caught up in, the names and semantics of it all. But I'll map it out real quick. So there's our resistance, there's our support, and then just to make sure we can all see it, let's keep it the same color. So again, resistance, support, big upwards move right here. Now the biggest difference for you golfers out there, make it a little bit more visual, put the golf hole down here. This would be a bull pennant pattern. Now again, psychology is the same. Big move up, and then it's been consolidating, and now it's just a question of can the price get enough strength to push to the upside. So, like I said, not exactly a bull flag pattern. So, bull flag, bull pennant, again, you don't want to get too far caught up in the terminology. Just understand that the overall story is very similar. Like I said, big move up, now consolidating. So, if you like penny stocks, you like these sorts of bull pennant patterns. See, I can't even keep it straight. But if you like these sorts of general patterns and you like penny stocks, keep an eye on it. Next one here, BITF. Talked about this rising wedge going into the weekend, which is a bearish pattern. But you can see this morning, the price just did not care about the pattern, gapped up nicely above it. So what I'm going to do is just get rid of that line right there. And let's extend out this lower trend line right here. So from the big picture point of view, as long as the price stays above that green line, that implies the price is actually in a very, very impressive uptrend. Now, even if the price were to fall below there, that does not mean that chart's destroyed or ruined or anything like that, because you still do have that next area of support, which is down here, that purple line, 50 period, simple moving average. Keyword there being moving. So as time goes by, that line is going to continue to draw itself higher and higher. So from an overarching standpoint, as long as the price stays above that purple line, then the general trend is still perfectly fine. Again, as far as what would make the trend look like amazingly strong, that would be if the price stays above the trend line there. But even if it doesn't, keep your eye on that 50 period moving average. In regards to levels of resistance right now, key battleground, it seems to be right up there around the $2.60 mark. But all in all, the uptrend continues in very impressive fashion. Next one here is CHEK, big mover today, and now we have ourselves another one of these patterns. So let's get this pattern drawn into play. We have our resistance portion of it. There we go. We have our support part, and then just to make sure everybody can see it, let's keep it the same color. So we have resistance, we have support, we have the big upwards move right there. We have the golf hole down here, so we have another bull pennant pattern. I want to respect your time as much as possible. So you've already heard me talk about the bull pennant. You understand all of it in terms of no guarantees. But yeah, if you like bull pennants, you like stocks down below the $5 mark, then this one certainly fits the bill. Real quickly, want to take a break and help you solve a very common problem that exists out there, and that is people wanting to be day traders, but because of that pattern day trader rule, you can't. And I'm defining day trader as having unlimited day trades every single day, meaning you can make as many trades as you want every day, but there is a way to get around this, and that is what I've been doing. And it's something where maybe it sounds too good to be true, but it's not. But that's also why I understand your skepticism, which is why I say, come check out my live stream. I start every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and I go for a few hours, and you can see this right before your very own eyes. So for a very small amount of money, you can get yourself great buying power and put yourself into a market that, quite frankly, moves way better than penny stocks and small cap stocks anyways. I understand you know, a lot of people think small caps, penny stocks move really big. Well, this market moves even bigger, and you have less risk. Again, I understand that sounds, wait, what's the catch? That sounds way too good to be true. I get it. That's why swing by the live stream, see it with your very own eyes, and ask me if you have any questions. Next one here, NVDA, and I've talked about these couple levels in the past videos about the sideways channel, top of the channel up there at 179.30, bottom of the channel right there at 175.90. And this morning, things certainly started off very, very rough. Gap down, price broke down below the channel, but look what showed up, knight in shining armor. That pink line right there, which is that famous 200 period moving average, and currently valued right there, let's just call it at 175. So good to see that level held, and then the price bounced back up, and it's basically right back to where it was. Not exactly, but generally speaking, price is quite literally right back inside of the middle of this sideways channel pattern. So yeah, today definitely started off dramatic with the break to the downside, but price bounced back inside of the pattern, and the price is now basically right back inside of that sideways channel. Next one, WOLF. Talked about this one in last week's video, and you can see mapped out these couple of areas of resistance right here. And then this morning, price came up here and absolutely demolished both those areas of resistance. So very, very big breakout. I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of both those lines. And we'll start with the newest dynamic here, which is a pattern that you've already heard about a couple times, but that is exactly where the chart currently resides here. Let me bring that down a little bit more. So there's the top part of the pattern. We have the lower part right there. Change that to green. And because I cannot help myself, let's just make sure everybody sees it. So we have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. We have the nice upwards move right there. We have the golf hole down here. So we're looking at yet another bull pennant pattern. So if you are a fan of bull pennants, you like stocks down below the $5 mark, you have quite a few choices here headed into Tuesday. Next one, MTVA, crazy, crazy move. And I don't have a whole lot to talk about other than just bringing to your attention a stock that has what I would assume most traders want, and that is two things. Number one, you want good quality volume, and you can see the volume has just surged this afternoon. And then along with that volume, you want to see that the price is capable of moving. And yes, you can see that given the price was down here below $1, and now it's up here knocking on the door potentially $2. The two main ingredients are there, volume and price action. In terms of, the chart right now, not a whole lot to say. I will say that from a support standpoint, there does seem to be a group of buyers that are hanging around down around that level at the $1.13 mark. But it's really kind of just a wait and see, meaning maybe early, and I'm not saying this will occur, but maybe the price pulls back some tomorrow, which would be perfectly fine, because if the price does pull back, and then, you draw something like that, you could be saying, oh, look, now there's a bull flag, or maybe a bull pennant or something like that forms. But as right now, it's sort of just straight up. So while I would say that $1.13 stands out as an area of support, other than that, not a whole lot of patterns or anything going on, other than the fact that, again, those two key ingredients are there. Great volume and very nice price movement. Next one here, TSLZ. And to give credit's due, maybe, just maybe, the selling pressure is finally over. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot more work that needs to be done. But after the gap down here, the price has started to sort of work its way upwards. But the good news here is to answer that question in terms of, okay, yeah, the price is working its way upwards, but is this movement still healthy? Well, let's see if the price can bare minimum stay above this trend line right here. Because if you think about it, if the price does stay above that green line, that does imply the price is at least building higher bases. So things could get really crazy. It could do something like this, then come down here, get really crazy, come down here, and all that. But if every time it's staying above that line, then that does imply the price is building higher bases. So yes, as of now, from where the price was at its lowest to where it is right now, it has made progress. Is this progress healthy? Is this progress got any sort of genuine power behind it? I don't know, but by using charts, that's where things get very simplified, because just watch that green line. And as long as the price stays above it, that does imply the price is at least building those higher bases. In terms of next potential key battlegrounds, main level to watch now moving forward, right up there at that former area of support, which sits right up around 92.5 cents. So yes, this one's been getting beat down. Yes, it is actually starting to show some signs of progress, but let's see if the price can stay above that green line, which does represent upwards progress. Next one here, TSLA Tesla, and the uptrend continues. Just, I mean, crazy to think that not that long ago the price was down here, and now it's all the way up there. But from a bigger picture standpoint, we are once again looking at one of these, depending on how you want to draw it, bull flag, bull pennant patterns. So let's draw this across right there to get our lower part of the pattern. And then just to make it easier to see, especially on this one, since I'm getting a little bit outside the box in terms of drawing these lines, but the psychology is still the same. So there's our resistance, there is our support. There is basically the big upwards move right here. So I'll extend that out a little bit. And then here's the golf float on here. So the difference here compared to a lot of these other patterns, they were mainly just one-day patterns. But here we're looking at multiple days. We're looking at both Friday's action and then today's action to get this bull pennant pattern. But all in all, like I said, psychology is the same. There's been a big move up. Now there's doing some consolidation. And now it's just a question of, can the price get another push, get another leg to the upside? The week is young, still 4 days left. So we'll see what else Tesla has in store. So that wraps up the top 10 list. Again, if you are sick and tired of the pattern day trading rule, if you want a market that trades even quicker than penny stocks and small caps and low floats and zero DT options, if you want a market that's even better at less risk, then definitely check out the link that's on the screen. Or, because I understand this all sounds way too good to be true, come check out the live stream. Watch it before your very own eyes. Interact with me, ask me questions. I'd be happy to provide any sort of clarity. So definitely something to consider, especially, like I said, if you're very annoyed and frustrated because of that pattern day trading rule. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream.